What's up everyone, it's Synchron here, and today I'll be bringing you up my Magician Girl deck profile with Dark Magician Girl herself. And as you can see in the middle, we do run Dark Magical Circle. Well, that's because we do run a Dark Magician engine in this deck to give it a bit more power and a bit more combos with it. And since we do run Bond between student and teacher, it wouldn't hurt, it would only make more sense to run Dark Magician in this deck, just to get Dark Magician Girl out on the field as fast as possible. But I'll explain more later in the video, so let's get started. Alright, so starting off the monsters, definitely want to run 3 Chocolate Magician Girl. Once returned, discard a card and draw a card. Next up, if this card is targeted for an attack, target a spellcaster in your grave, so to summon it, redirect the attack, and if you do, half the current attack of your opponent's monster. Not too bad. Next up, the searcher of the deck. Barrier Magician. If this card is normal summoned, you can add a Magician Girl from your deck to your hand, and once per turn during each player's turn, when your opponent activates a card or effect that targets this card, or it's targeted for an attack, you can change this card's battle position. If you do, special summon a Magician Girl directly from your deck. So in a sense, one of the best cards, but I do highly suggest just 2. Next up, 2 Apple Magician Girl. Once per turn, Once return, if this card is targeted for an attack, you can special summon a level 5 or lower spellcaster from your hand to your side of the field. Change the attack to it. If you do, its current your opponent's monster's current attack is halved. And if this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target up to 3 Magician Girls with different names from your grave. Add them back to your hand. If anything, you definitely want to re-add 2 at least 1 kiwi from your grave to your hand. But what this card does is during each player's turn, you can discard this card. If you do, each Magician Girl you control gain 300 attack for every Magician Girl you have. So say you have 3 Magician Girls on your side of the field, discard her, they gain 900 because there's 3 Magician Girls on your side of the field. And other than that, obviously, end of the turn, and spellcaster monsters you control cannot be destroyed by can't be destroyed by card effects, and your opponent cannot target them with card effects while this card's on the field. And if anything, you get her out with Barrier Magician Girl. Since she's a level 5, and level 5s are iffy, and there's just easier ways to special summon her. Next up, 1 Lemon Magician Girl. Once returned, tribute a Magician Girl except herself. If you do, add a spellcaster from your deck to your hand. But here's why we run 1. If this card is targeted for an attack, you get to special summon 1 spellcaster monster from your hand, but it has its effects negated. So if anything, add a Dark Magician, and so if anything, there's no effects negated, so really, you win there. Oh, in terms of like not losing anything. And you know, that monster's attack is halved when your opponent attacks it. And finishing up 2 Magician Girls. And for the Dark Magician engine, 3 Dark Magician, can't go wrong there. 2 Magician of Dark Illusion. And finally, 3 of the Dark Magician card searcher. Yeah, that's about it though. That will do it for the monster. Alright, so next up, the spells. 3 Dark Magical Circle. Gotta run this card in case worst comes to worst. Basically, when this card is activated, you look at the top 3 cards of your deck. If you do, reveal a Dark Magician, or a spell trap that specifically lists Dark Magician among them, and add it to your hand. Also, place the remaining in any order back to the top of your deck. And if a Dark Magician is almost somewhat special summon to your side of the field, except during the damage step, you can target one card your opponent controls, and banish it. All once per turn. Next up, this is actually how you're gonna lock your opponent. 2 Secret Village of the Spellcasters. I hated this card, but at the same time, I love it because if your opponent is not expecting it, that's it. Also a fun way to lock out Sky Strikers, since the majority of them don't really run spellcasters in general. But yeah, what it does is, if only you control a spellcaster, which more than likely you will, your opponent cannot activate spells. And if you control no spellcasters, you cannot activate spells. That's what you want to run 2. But if anything, search it out with Terraforming. And next up, Draw Power. 2, Spellbook of Knowledge. Send to the card either a spellcaster you control or one other spellbook card, and if from your hand or face up on the field, except Knowledge. And if you do, draw 2 cards, all once per turn. And 2 Itemize, just for the Dark Magician and maybe Dark Magician Girl plays, but if anything, Dark Magician is just more common with Itemize and has better protection with the Dark Magician Dragon Knight. And what I mentioned earlier, 2, yes, I know that's not bond between teacher and student. I don't have another copy, I wish I did. But yes, 2, bond between teacher and student. If you control a Dark Magician, more likely you will, especially summon 1 Dark Magician Girl from your hand, deck, or grave, not that hard. Then if you do, set a Dark Magic attack, Dark Burning attack, Dark Burning Magic, Dark Magic Twin Burst directly from your deck, once per turn. And next up, 1 Dark Magic Inheritance, banish 2 cards from your grade, and if you do, add 1 spell or trap from your deck to your hand that specifically lists the card Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl in its text, except itself. You can only activate this card once per turn, and I figured since this is a Dark Magician Girl build, I figured why not? Dark Burning attack. If you control both Dark Magician Girl and Dark Magician, destroy all cards your opponent controls. And finishing it up, just an easy way to get your Dark Magician to your hand. Tribute a spellcaster you control, add 2 copies of Dark Magician from your deck or grave to your hand, all once per turn. But yeah, that wraps up these spells. Alright, so finishing off the main deck with the traps, 2 Magical Navigation, special summon Dark Magician from your hand, then special summon a level summon or lower Dark Spellcaster from your deck. And if you control Dark Magician, except the turn this card is sent to the grave, you can banish this card, and if you do, target a face-up spell or trap your opponent controls, negate it during the end phase. Until the end of this turn. I cannot talk, and you can't go wrong. 2 Eternal Soul. Every Dark Magician in the main monster zone is unaffected by your opponent's card effects, and fortunately, if this card leaves the field, all cards in all monsters you control are destroyed. And Kiwi does not protect it, unfortunately, so yeah, that's kind of a loss with her. But activate one of these effects once to return. Special summon Dark Magician from your hand or grave. Or if you want, add a Dark Magic attack or Thousand Knives from your deck to your hand. But that will finish up the traps. Alright, so finishing up the video with the extra deck, 2 Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight. Basically, just use Dark Magician Itemize. That's the easiest way to get this card out. If this card counts as Dark Magician while on the field and in the grave, and your opponent cannot target spell and traps you control with card effects, and they cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects either. So protect your Eternal Soul, protect your Circle, whatever you have in your back row. Amulet Dragon, because why not? When this card is basically fusion summoned with the above materials or with Itemize, you target either player's grave and you banish spells from that grave. Gain 100 attack for every spell banished by this effect, and if this card is destroyed, you can target a spellcaster in your grave, special summon it. And Dark Paladin, because why not? If you're going up against Thunder Dragons, this is the best card to use. Just get that attack boost. And what I found interesting is that when a spell is activated, quick effect, you can discard a card and negate the activation. If you do, destroy it. I never knew that. I just love this card for the dragon boost. And all I can think about is Thunder Dragons and them going up against this card. Rank 7 plays, not that hard to get out. Big Eye, Ebon, maybe just 1 or 2. And for the links, We Witches, 2 Darks. Get that attack boost with the 500. And if this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, target a dark monster in the grave, add it to your hand. Finishing it up, the big guy, Borreload. I don't have Borrel's sword, but for those who do have any different opinion on the extra deck, by all means, have your voice heard in the comment section below, or just do whatever alterations you want to do with the deck. But yeah, that does it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like, leave a dislike, just tell me how you feel about this video. Tell me how you feel about my explaining, if I did need to do better or whatever. Share the video share the video with your friends or whoever's interested. And well, have a good day.